Okay, so when you're watching this video, don't judge too quickly. I mean, I love it when you comment, but just make sure you watch the video to the end before you judge me and start click, 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 click. You shouldn't do this and you should do this, and this is why. I had some epiphanies the other day, and that's why I'm sharing this video with you now. Thanks for watching. So the Appalachian Trail is closed. The Cumberland Trail down in southeastern Tennessee is actually closed as well, which is kind of crazy. And it doesn't make a whole lot of sense to people because, you know, when you're hiking on a trail, there's usually nobody else around. So I wish somebody would help me figure that out in the comments. I want to thank Toby for providing the pictures of the Cumberland Trail. When Toby went exploring on the Cumberland Trail, everything was fine. The trail was open. But when he gets back, he gets this note letting him know that the trail had closed. Again, it's crazy, and I'm not faulting any of the park services and the people who are choosing to close down trails for our safety, for the preservation of the American way. Whatever, I'm not. It would be cool to get like a scientific explanation. Or is it one of those situations that since you're missing school because you're sick, that mom and dad won't let you play outside? Like, in other words, since you don't have work, you're not allowed to go hiking. I'd hate to think that's what that is, because that's just wrong. So you end up in this situation where all the hiking trails, or it seems like all the hiking trails, are closed. And I guess I would just like to know what the purpose is in that. If you could help me in the comments, it would be fantastic. But it's not just that, it's that people need to move around. I mean, you would think that we would want people out in the open air, the spaces. Now, I understand having facilities closed. Like here on Spruce Knob, the bathrooms are closed. You know, that makes sense. But man, there's like nobody up here. For those of you who have hiked a little bit of the Appalachian Trail at some point, maybe in Virginia, maybe in North Carolina, a lot of those places are in the middle of nowhere. So, and again, I understand the shelters being closed. I understand the bathrooms being closed. It's just, I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out why you're going to shut down outdoor places. I understand, again, parks, I get that, like playgrounds and stuff, because people be touching stuff. So how is social distancing working for you? All right, so here's another question. Again, I'm not complaining, I'm not griping. Okay, I'll admit it. We're on what, week 3? The walls are caving in a little bit. Carolyn hid the knives. Seriously, it's getting rough. But just another question, just curious. So what's wrong with just driving? I mean, I get it. Maybe you have to get gas pumps. I don't know, but if you're disinfecting, somebody help me out here. I'm just throw a man a bone.
So I decided to go live while we were visiting Spruce Knob.
It's not even a good signal. Hey, I'm Bill Marion. Welcome to A Nose for Life. This is a live stream edition.
I mean, we were visiting Spruce Knob because there weren't any restrictions that we knew of on Spruce Knob, and it was a great place to go and stretch our legs. And after the video had been posted for a little while, somebody that watched the video, and I don't want to mention their name because I don't have permission, but I did pin their comment because it was very intelligent, and it makes a little bit of sense, and this is what they had to say about it. He says, a couple of reasons. Number one, you're right about search and rescue, and that's something that I mentioned later in the video. Medical resources are being stretched thin, and trailheads and other places are where large groups congregate, and the virus can be persistent, meaning it can stay contagious for a period of time outside the host. The through hikes are very dangerous because people can carry the virus without ever showing symptoms, and if small communities become infected, their medical resources will be overwhelmed quickly. Following the quarantine is critical in most populated areas. I understand how more rural areas may not believe what is going on. The rules in place are because it's all almost impossible to make rules vary all over. Observe Florida, where some counties close beaches, resulting in lots of people going over to the neighboring county. If we keep trails open, lots of people who shouldn't be going there will be going there just because they're open. If we all just bite the bullet and hunker down for a few weeks, we can get this over with. Otherwise, this is going to be a drawn-out affair. And that's a pretty intelligent comment.
But even with that information, and I appreciate that comment, that was a very intelligent comment and supportive of the overall mission by the president, governors, and all that good stuff. It's supported by the scientific community. But here's the problem that I have, and I'm not picking that comment apart at all. I'm not even giving like a rebuttal. It's just something that I think about. You see, we still have to go grocery shopping, or they're still letting us go grocery shopping. And I'm sorry, but Walmart is nasty. I like Walmart, I mean, typically, but it's nasty. And there's no way somebody can go in and out of Walmart and not be more at risk than going hike. I'm sorry, I just don't think hiking even is in the same realm of Walmart. 1 hour in Walmart is probably more dangerous than 50 trips hiking when it comes to everything that you're touching. So I guess that's the part that I'm having a hard time with, but hey, what do I know? What do I know? Anyway, I'd hate to start getting shamed for going hiking where you can still go hiking and saying that I'm not doing my part. Because I think that's probably what it might come down to, is people start shaming. I think it probably would be easier if the government would just shut everything down. Just shut it all down. That's what I'm hearing, but I also believe in the Constitution, and man, boy, that's a whole different subject too, because we have suspended certain things in the Constitution before. Abraham Lincoln did it during the Civil War, and I could go on and on and on. You know, the truth of the matter is we're all learning together. It's a new time, it's a new day, and we're facing a different kind of crisis. But at least we're facing it together, and we're learning together. And that includes our elected officials, that includes our first responders. We're all having to learn together. And speaking of all of us working together and working hard to get through this crisis, here's a picture of Donald Raver. He's one of our subscribers, and he sent this picture in of him disinfecting an ambulance where he works there. And look at him, he's all decked out in the hazmat suit. I mean, this is a serious situation where we're having to disinfect entire buildings and everything else, and he's hard at work. Thank you, Donald, for all of your hard work. Thank you, of course, for being a subscriber, and thanks to all of you guys out there who are still on the front lines. A lot of people, I said this at church the other day, a lot of people are essential, and they're still out there putting themselves at risk just to keep everything going so we can go to the grocery store and so we can do those essential things that we have to do. Thank you so much for watching this video. My name is Bill Marion, and this is A Nose for Life. Hey, if you get time, check out some of these other videos. And I've gained like 16 pounds during this little episode here. 16 pounds, not good, but boy, am I eating good. I'm making cornbread and biscuits, wonderful food. What?
You ain't the only one cooking.
Yes, I am too.
You lie.
She tries to kill me with her food.